Okay, Keir, so that certainly didn't go to plan today. It had a draw written all over it. I think towards the end we were dominating. We just couldn't get the goal, and then they steal the winner at the end. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, really disappointed. And that is the exact reason whenever we speak and someone mentions finishing in the top four or having a title challenge, I'm quick to say that we ain't ready yet. And it's clear today with that performance, that attitude, complacency, not taking your chances, defending poorly, just a real poor start to the season. Bad day at the office. And when I spoke to you after Calm, it's all right talking about all these accolades that we've got, 14 clean sheets and people scoring goals and, this, that and the other. But as a group today, just nowhere near acceptable for a squad of mine. And the boys knew it after the game, to be that comfortable, to be leading the game 2-1 up until the last 10 minutes. Poor keeping from Brownie for the equaliser to make it 2-2. And then bad defending right at the end, trying to push on maybe to get our third goal that we should have had a lot earlier. Didn't happen, and caught on the counter to lose all 3 points. Not even good enough for one. I honestly think they might have had 3 shots the whole game. And that just pretty much sums up the afternoon. Every single time the boys have put on the shirt this season, they have worked so hard that they get what they deserve 9 times out of 10. We spoke down at Bishop's Cleeve and the boys were tremendous. And I don't mind coming off the pitch and losing 1-0 to a side like that. And the boys give absolutely everything. But I do mind coming off the pitch today when I know some people haven't worked hard enough. They haven't tried hard enough for the football team, for each other. And it's exactly the reason, like I said at the start of this interview, why we will not be challenging for a promotion for a long time. Because we have those games in us where people that are getting close to competing for top 4s, top 3s, top 2s, winning leagues, whatever you want to call it, that doesn't happen for them. And unfortunately, today, everything that's good about us was not there today. We didn't work hard enough. We didn't communicate. We didn't do simple things when needed. We didn't slow the game down when winning 2-1. We were hungry for the third. It was so naive, and as much information as we can get on during the game, it just didn't play out like that. And that's the first time this season that I can come off and I think, well, we've got exactly what we deserve today, and too many people were being carried today. So unfortunately, that does happen. And there's no point dwelling on today too much, but I am really disappointed in the boys' attitude today. They knew about it after the game. We'll be in training Thursday. That's not acceptable for me, that performance overall. And then we have to prepare for arguably one of the toughest games of the season coming Saturday against Brimscombe, who absolutely thrashed us 4-1 earlier in the season. I feel like the squad's got better over the last 2 to 3 months, but if you look at the league table, it won't lie. That you look at the Westburys and the Bradfords, if we compare locally, they haven't slipped up. They've had comfortable wins away and home. Bradford against Wootton Bassett and Westbury against Hereford Lads Club. Doesn't happen for those if they're on that run, keeping good clean sheets, scoring goals like we all have been recently. And then we start the new year like that, and that's the comparison. That's what I compare ourselves to. If you think that I compared us to Carlton on after the Boxing Day game, that's the next step for us, is to compare us to the Bradfords and the Westburys, who have been in this league for a long time. That doesn't happen to them. And unfortunately, that today is exactly why we just won't be anywhere near challenging.
You've also said in previous interviews that one result doesn't define a season, but is today's complacency something you're worried about? Definitely,
100%. Yeah, that's why I'm talking to you now in this manner. I just don't think that's an acceptable performance to put in as a group, as individuals. Didn't work hard enough. Too many people looking to blame each other, and to be 2-1 up with 10 minutes to go, that shouldn't happen. And if they sneak a goal back and it's something that you can't avoid, then fair enough, we'll settle for a point. But not even at that point do we shut up shop, and maybe I need to take some responsibility for that as well. But to concede that late on, the 92nd, 93rd minute, to throw away all 3 points or even a point, it's just basics. And yes, the first time this season I probably stand here on the mic to you and just say, yeah, just nowhere near good enough, nowhere near acceptable. And maybe one performance, like you said, out of the course of the whole season, I can cut them a little bit of slack on, but that needs to be rectified quickly with training Thursday and making sure that we're all prepared for that game Saturday. But I think now you probably look at that league table now. I don't want to sort of concede anything, but I think that top 3, that top 4 opportunity is slipping away. I know we've got a couple of games over some of the other teams, but you think of our run coming up, going into February, March. Yeah, it's probably one of those things where I think we're not quite ready this season, and we just need to manage each game as it comes now.
Today, I think, was probably our strongest 11 in a little while. Will we be seeing many changes going into that important game next Saturday, or will it be the same as today?
Well, like I said to people in the change rooms before, the strongest team, you could probably put out the strongest squad with the changes we could have put out, but people didn't pull their weight today, as individuals. There's too many mistakes all over the pitch. People didn't take chances, as at both ends. And we just concede three goals, 2 in the last 5 minutes. Nowhere near acceptable. So if there needs to be changes and people need to be pulled out to give other people a chance, then so be it. Maybe that needs to be a little bit of a wake-up call for them.